thing I didn't see in those rules was where town employees and members of town boards would be exempt from.
Excluded from being able to participate. Typically we are.
Yeah, but you have to have some folks.
With the mics for streaming. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Is it 6 o'clock?
It's 6 o'clock.
We're missing a few, but I think we're all right.
Mine
We got
said
4.
there.
We thought Lori. Lori.
Lori, Devin, and Leanne.
Leanne probably won't be here. Devin hasn't been here all year.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, so. Anyway.
These mics work. And we should be live, so.
Okay.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. If anyone else joins us, we'll just catch them up. It is April 21st, and I'd like to call the Downtown Development Board to order. We have 4 members of the board, here, so we do have a quorum. Has everybody gotten an opportunity to review the minutes from last month's meetings? Yes.
I have a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those who agree to approve the minutes as written, say aye.
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 Those opposed, say no. We will approve the minutes from March 2025 DDB meeting as approved. I'd like to move on. Oh, Lori? Come on, sit down. We've had another member join us. We're moving on to new business. On our agenda,
I
it doesn't
didn't-
appear we have any new business to discuss. No. Moving on to old business, we have election of officers. We were waiting until Leanne could be here. So that's going to probably need to roll over till next. Were you able to speak with Devin?
We talked about it.
He didn't contact me back. I
Okay,
texted
so
him.
no.
Left
Okay.
him a message. Voicemail.
All right, so we're going to continue to push that out till next month. Our next old business item is business after hours. And we had talked about doing a networking type event in the businesses that would like to host a business after hours. And we were going to discuss what business that we thought would want to host, who's going to speak, what they're going to share, and make sure that the other businesses in the area would be willing to stay open one night a month for the after hours and a sip and stroll. So,
Peachtree Hills Country Club is going to host the business after hours Thursday, May 1st at
Oh.
6 o'clock. And that's the host. But we need to work out the other details.
okay, that's pretty soon.
Did you say May 1st?
May
May
1st
1st.
at 6 p.m. Okay, well,
So I think we had talked about someone from the DDB and someone from the chamber speaking to the group, but leaving it mostly a social time for them. And we've got to decide who's going to do the speaking and what you're going to talk about as far as the DDB goes.
Will your voice be back by then?
No. I'll make sure it's not. Yeah, it'll be back by then. Better be.
I don't know that I'd be in town.
oh, I may,
I'm sorry, guys. May the 1st, I need to check, but I don't see why not. Was that the question?
Need someone to speak.
Oh.
Oh, I don't mind
Okay.
speaking.
Hey, you do pretty good at it.
You are good at
And
it.
speak about what?
That's what we're going to
DDB.
decide.
All right, well, let's circle back then.
Madam Chair, do y'all know what the chamber plans are? This is two speakers, right? One from DDB.
I think the chamber is going to encourage more businesses to join the chamber. And then I'm not sure beyond that.
Who all speaking from the chamber?
Don't know. I mean, do we want to talk about the survey that hasn't gotten much response? Do we want to work up a list of things, where they give us a list of things they'd like to see done?
Let's talk about some of the initiatives that y'all have been working on, and then turn it around on them and ask them, what they would like to see that you haven't included in that list.
It might be a good opportunity to get some more answers on that survey. The survey was laid out to give us answers and kind of guide us along with what we can do to help them. But, I mean, we're not getting much response, but if we have them, a captive audience in a room, we might be able to get that day.
And just go at it by raising hands or comments they make.
Well, that, and we can hand them one before they leave. Like, hey, here's this and a pen.
or we could, as we, say, this is what we'd, and you could capture comments as they're, invite an interactive audience
Yeah.
so that they don't walk away without giving us some information.
Okay. Okay, anything else?
So Peachtree will be providing some light refreshments and,
The chamber gave them $100 to spend on food. If you want beer or wine, you have to buy it. And I'm sure water will be available.
and how are we going to advertise? Is Peachtree going to use their social media?
There you go, right there. Yeah, how are we gonna divide that up and advertise that? And make sure, and are we just gonna talk about downtown businesses? Or are we gonna invite all the businesses in Spring Hope? What do y'all think?
So, this business after hours, this is a shared event? Okay, so it's the chamber, and, I mean, the chamber has a vehicle with their social media pages and
They do?
and their website. So, I mean, that number one would be the vehicle to
Makes
reach
sense
the
for them to
most,
take lead on that.
the most people. I mean,
But they have, don't they just have it for social, I mean, for, their members?
I'm assuming so.
The social media page?
No, the list of, I know they contact members by email, but, are we just gonna leave it to their members or include everyone?
I think we should include everyone. The
Which,
more,
which
the
would be,
better.
which would be the bigger grab with their website and their social pages. You know, I mean, we haven't got a fully developed social following for this board, and we don't, I mean,
On a side note, just a little side comment, their board did vote to let every new business owner that comes to Spring Oak have a year's free membership at the chamber the first year.
very good.
So, yeah. So how do we get contact information for everyone?
Everyone in town.
Businesses,
Could we use the phone tree?
Use a first one like this. Try to keep it just a town business, like town, like, and even that, just really emergency kind of stuff.
Okay.
And we're trying to reach the businesses, not just total residents too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. And even the zoning information I have is incomplete because it's really recent. Well, a lot of the established businesses don't have contact info on like the zoning certificates and stuff.
Would it be beneficial, and would the town post something on the website?
Oh, absolutely. That's all. we
Town
can do.
website.
The other
Can
thing I
make one.
would recommend is maybe if we reached out to, the papers have the community page, and they're always asking me for stuff to put on the community page. I'd be happy to, if we have some, information to share too, if we had some kind of a flyer. We can use that kind of like a press release.
Absolutely.
Does the chamber have a flyer already, or? Okay. I know what that means.
That knowing glance. And I will contact Nancy and Justin and have them put it on the community page.
Okay.
I need to come up with the flyer and send it to, put it in
send it to.
text message to everybody. It'll be a
Yeah,
JPEG, so.
yeah.
I know you said the list that you have is incomplete, but could we send out an email to the businesses that you do have?
That would be good.
And Peachtree could also use their social media to advertise. I'm assuming they have social media.
They do.
Mhm. And the chamber can send to their members.
Prospective member.
Huh?
And prospective members.
Yes.
So
You can-
once we need to send, once we send you the flyer, you'll be able to do the press release?
We could just send the flyer, because there's not much time. May 1st is really,
Right around the corner.
it's a week and a half away.
And you really need to have it to them, what's their deadline, Monday or Tuesday?
Well, I'm just gonna contact them with the basic info now to put it on the
Okay.
community page, because I mean, the flyer will be good for people other people who may have interest. But that's really all. I mean, this is not a quick turnaround here.
Yeah.
Or not a,
We don't have
it's a
time,
quick turnaround.
time to spare. Did we discuss the topic of what someone's speaking about?
Well, the initiatives that we are working on, we can talk about the two cleanups we've had. We can talk about,
Rock your block.
yep. What else?
And the survey.
And the survey.
And
yes.
the education that DDB has been providing to help with businesses with their marketing.
Marketing workshops.
Yeah.
And the brochure that we've been working on.
Okay. Anything else on that? Anybody? Brandy? Okay, then we're to,
Okay. That's going to be May 1st at 6 o'clock. Next, we'll talk about Rock Your Blog, the next item on old business. It is also coming up relatively quick. May 1st through the 17th. Which
It's a short timeline too.
the garden club has come up with some flyers. Not flyers, with prizes for different categories. We could discuss the Rock Your Block too at the, I think I said that, at the,
the prizes that, I talked to Ro, and she said that one of their garden club members has been able to get prizes from Pridgeon's Farmhouse that was willing to donate, I think, a gift certificate and prizes. Brandy's business has donated something, and Bass Plant Farm has donated a gift certificate. And she says she contacted Showside. She wasn't sure about that. So 4 or 5 prizes out there. They've done a good job on that. And how do we want to present it online? I attached to this, I came up with some rules. I didn't come up with rules, I copied rules that Lake Royale used for their yard thing, just to get us started. Do you want to look at those and see what we want to keep and what we want to delete?
the framework for the rules, I'll read this, is a contest title and theme. For example, Spring Hope Yard Transformation Challenge, or Spring Hope Rock Your Block. The contest period, we've clearly defined the start date as May 1st and the end date is May 17th. How to enter, it would be photo submissions. Participants would submit their before and after photos of the yard improvement projects. Who are they submitting them to?
I
I
think,
thought we were gonna put it on Kyle's page,
The mayor's, I thought we
Yeah.
discussed putting it on the mayor's page and
Yeah.
having the votes or something like that.
like he does for the Christmas
We've
decorations.
all told you.
Your page is being utilized for the contest, the beautification contest.
Rock Your Block. They could do photos, videos, and then give a brief description of the work that they put into it and their motivation or inspiration behind it. Eligibility would be open to all residents of Spring Hope. Would it have to be within just the city limits
That's what I would say.
so that we have a boundary? So inside city limits of Spring Hope. Restrictions would be no professional or landscaping companies. I also typically see them that people that are on the board itself and the city wouldn't be eligible for a prize. They could potentially submit something, but they wouldn't be eligible.
The garden club wouldn't be eligible
Right.
for prizes. This
And
board would
us.
not be eligible for prizes. Town employees would be not be eligible for prizes.
Planning board wouldn't be.
No one affiliated with the town.
With the
City
town,
employees or boards.
affiliated with the town, yeah. So that we would have that as, not that they couldn't submit their photos, they just wouldn't be eligible to win any of the prizes. Then we'd have the categories of, which we don't have those just yet. We will have those.
Where do you see that?
Talks about grand prize, runner-up prizes. So we
Oh,
don't
let's
have those
don't,
categories yet. And then a privacy policy so that they understand that how their personal information will be used and protected. We don't have a contest sponsor. I mean,
The garden club.
Garden Club would be our sponsor. Contest sponsor would be the Spring Hope Garden Club. Terms and conditions include the disclaimer about winning chances. Really?
I think we can leave that out,
I
can't we?
think,
This sounds like AI.
yeah, I don't think we need
This is
to. And the contact information, a way to, for participants to contact the contest organizers with questions, which,
Also has to be language, Madam Chair, that they stipulate that they're, by providing images or video, that they're, consenting to the use of those images or video for the contest, for the purposes of the contest, so.
okay, that has to be,
Explicitly made known, so
Okay, hold on.
so that's not with the terms and conditions?
it would be, I'm just saying that.
Oh, okay, okay.
So by providing images, participants are,
Consenting to the use of those images for the purposes of the contest. And that, obviously, they'll be public.
I'd be happy to share my email. If they had questions, they could,
Send in questions
to,
I would,
okay.
I would stick with the Facebook page,
But who's going to answer?
Kyle.
You can just send them to me, and then I can route stuff to y'all if you need to answer it, or if we need to answer it, or if it's something Kyle can provide help with on his Facebook page or something that way.
so questions submitted to,
Andrew's email.
Tandrum, town manager.
But I mean, there, it may be a question about your Facebook page, or if certain images or something like that, just send it back.
I think that whole last part can be left out myself.
I wouldn't want you to put your, then it's just one more.
The ones on the social page, they will message him. But the email's out there, hopefully people will either click the email or just message on Facebook.
Okay, for that, are we good with this? with the rules?
I would just, I'll put them,
Are you gonna
I'll tidy
retype
them
them?
up and then I'll send them to
We
Andrew.
said this is
You want me
also,
to send them to, what I saved? I saved that. You
Yeah.
want me to send it to you?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when you do a poll, because I'm not on Facebook, is this like a poll? Is that how it works? That people are like?
The garden club will be judging the pictures that they submit.
Okay, so the garden club, now how many members of the garden club? All of them? Or just a small committee, or, do you know?
Probably all
Don't
of them.
know.
There's probably 10 at this point.
Just curious, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
So we need to make that explicit, I guess, that the garden club is judging.
Okay.
You can probably include it with the spot where it mentions that the garden club is the sponsor.
Okay.
So Garden Club will have final say in award prizes. Does that sound fair? Where would I put that? Right here. Okay. Then, what are we gonna put on that page or on the social, on Kyle's Facebook page? Are we putting a flyer or are we putting, I hate to beat you to death, I swear I do. What are we doing?
we need an image,
We do need an image.
need a flyer.
We need a flyer.
It doesn't
I see
necessarily have to be a flyer, it could be,
Well, there's a lot of text involved, so I mean, it could be just a couple images with, you know, a couple words, but
well, I mean, you can put the necessary words in the copy of the post.
Yeah.
And the image could be, like a before and after photo that somebody's already done, maybe from the garden club, I don't know. But a good image goes further on Facebook than a graphic does anyway, and you've got a lot on your plate already.
That's right.
you just need the post content, the text to be well-written without being as long.
Who's doing this? I'll contact the garden club for maybe some before and after pictures and, send them, but,
If you send me the notes on the rules, I can turn it into a post. And then, if we get some good photos from the garden club, I think that would do it.
okay. Okay.
And if not, pictures of like a before and after, then, a photo of the prizes that the garden club has collected. Either way, whoever you speak to prefers. If they've already got nice photos on hand, take whatever we can get.
Okay. Anything else with that?
When do we wanna have this ready to post?
April 1st is,
May 1st?
May 1st is, right around the corner.
Yeah.
So
So do
May
do we
1st?
wanna post it before or on May first?
I'd say on May 1st, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because we'll be discussing it also that night as well. At the business after hours.
How many weekends is that?
1, 2.
Two. Not even two. It's one weekend.
What, in
So
the?
1st to the 17th.
Yes.
That's 2 weekends.
Oh, you mean the 1st through the 17th, and that like 3
The
weeks?
17th is a third weekend. I think we should extend the deadline until at least Sunday or Monday. I hate to close it out on a Saturday when people still have time to work on it.
Okay,
Does
so
that make
So
sense?
20th.
What
They meet on the third Thursday.
So we have a DDB meeting on the 19th.
Okay.
If you guys wanted to, we could, Kyle, if you're open to it, we could go live on your Facebook to announce the winner from the DDB meeting on Monday.
Whatever y'all need me to do. That sounds pretty cool.
So till the 19th?
Well, if we did it on the if we closed it on the 18th and had them do the prizes, like,
On the 19th, that
Yeah.
morning. Okay.
We could have them judge Monday morning, and by Monday, when we come to the meeting, they'll have the winner picked out, and we can go live and announce it.
Clear the ratings.
Yeah. And if we post it on the 1st, then that'll be a couple of days for it to circulate before the first weekend that people can really start working on it. So I think that works.
And posted on what day? On the 1st?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
we got a lot of work.
Anything else on that stuff?
Nope, sounds like we got some work.
Okay.
That's going to be fun. Okay. Next, we worked on the town brochure. And I think, will your notes share on the,
I never did figure out how to get it to, what's that thing called? Screencast.
oh, okay.
But if you wanna utilize a URL, or change it over, you should be able to, if you just use that, it's a downloadable app, go to that URL.
Didn't you try that once?
We did try that, and it wasn't.
Is that actually?
It's a Chromebook,
Yeah.
so it
maybe
runs
because
on the
it's
Chrome operating system, so, but, oh, I do have my little piece that adapts for the HDMI cord, if you wanna do it that way.
That's what we did last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do I need to come down to that end?
Yeah, you need to stream from that.
didn't like us the last time either.
I know, took me a while to. Sorry about that, Brandy.
No worries. Put that message off the screen. If you want, I can just log in on that computer.
Yeah, you might need to.
Yeah.
That message does only appears on the one, doesn't it?
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Okay, use this browser. I should be able to. No one showed up there. Oh.
oh goodness.
Just get in there for a second. There you go. What's that?
So we did a lot of pulling together of some of the different workshops we've worked on, and pulled together our color schemes, what we would like a new logo to look like, and discuss some of the fonts as well. So these colors, if you can see them on the screen, there's a dark blue, kind of a medium green.
They're not the true colors. These TVs must be calibrated differently. They look more true to what we chose here on this computer.
Wow, that is very different.
But the blue and the green represent calmness. The terracotta color is we're pulling in our historic buildings because we have a lot of brick buildings that are part of the history of Spring Hope. And the gray and the white are just neutral colors to complement the images or wordings or things like that.
We've also got some fonts chosen here. Just these first three.
So it's probably hard for you to see on the screen, but the top three fonts we would like to use in the headlines, bodies, and with accent kind of text in a brochure or in signage, and have it very consistent throughout the images that we're trying to project about Spring Hope.
Same with any of the marketing materials that we're using for these events. We can start just plug and play with the brand kit that we have.
So I don't know if everyone can hear Brandy, but we would like to be consistent with anything that we're using, whether it's flyers, whether it's marketing material, whether it's brochures, so that we have a cohesive and consistent font style across the board. Which I know Eric will be happy. We've decided that a train would be great. We're revitalizing the depot. The town was was moved because of the railroad tracks, and while the tracks do end here, perhaps someday they will start running again. And we want a more simplistic version of a train, kind of the steam train for the town logo, which it says Spring Hope, North Carolina, established 1889.
Simple and solid.
And then we've got a couple of options for taglines.
If you can read this tagline,
Does that say tracks, cats?
tracks, carts, like golf carts, tracks, carts, and friendly hearts.
And then
A town built on tracks and traditions.
and then a more basic.
And then this would be one, taking out the train and just something simplistic, and we felt was kind of timeless.
Be great for hats and t-shirts and.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
And all of this stuff we can do in different colors, and we can save it with transparent backgrounds, and we can do whatever we want with this stuff. So if everybody here approves, we wanna send it to the Board of Commissioners, see what they think about it.
Yeah, I think they'd really enjoy seeing it, frankly.
Well, and it wasn't just a couple of hours that we sat in a workshop and did that. This has been several months of work where we pulled together the kind of things that we've taken from the community and heard that kind of where their feelings are towards this town. And we feel like we've done a pretty good job.
Well, y'all were there
site.
And this is really, I
This
think,
is
more,
light years better than
A tulip.
we're about to spin.
yeah. So I think, y'all captured what the flavor of that was, but y'all were part of that process too. So
Exactly.
you sat in on those meetings and you heard what the hearts and minds of the folks were. And I think you translated it 100%.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so we're really proud of the work that everybody has done and been able to pull it together. But we really like it, and we feel like with the revitalization of the depot, that'll be really, timely.
Okay, well, given your approval, Andrew, I'll add you as, editor on this, and I'll print you some paper copies to have.
Yeah,
Or if you're an editor, then you can print some paper
I
copies,
can do that.
either way.
Yeah,
Your
I'll
paper's
have
better
it
than
on
mine.
the agenda for the next board meeting. That's okay with the board, with this board.
That's what we would like. We would like to start getting some traction with some of these items. Now, the brochure itself, we needed to decide what colors we wanted to go with because we weren't really super fond of the greens that were chosen. So now that we had the colors, we're able to incorporate those in the brochure and bring that. We're hoping to have another work session and finish pulling all that together.
It's great. I think it's fantastic. When the board adopts something like this, we can put it on the hats, like Kyle's wearing for town staff. We can put it on the equipment and stuff. Love to do that, so that'd be, we can.
And again, since we were choosing the fonts, any signage, new signage going up, we would like to, especially again, the depot being revitalized, we would like it all to be coherent.
And we'll share that with the general contractor when it comes time to do the signage.
Perfect.
So,
Yay.
and also, we've been holding off on doing some new rule signs and stuff because we haven't had a logo or the font. So when we roll those out, we'll utilize that as well.
And anything else you wanted to?
Yes, did we ever find out who has the original copy of the brochure? Not a copy, but like the original
Template.
file. one
Yeah,
that
the
we edited.
rights so that we can edit it.
Proof font?
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I don't know, I've not been part of it.
I think what we've gotten is pretty much PDF files. We've only been given copies in a
Okay.
PDF file email. So I'm
Kyle's,
gonna assume that was done in something.
Do you want me
the
to
Adobe software.
contact Devin and ask him that?
Well, we can do that, or we can take the template that we have and, use
Create a
that.
new one.
Yeah, basically create our own. I mean, we've got this brand kit already in Canva. We can take what we've got and plug it into a different template and just keep it moving.
Yeah, because Canva can do all that.
It can.
Now, okay, are we allowed to do that?
Yes. There's nothing that they put on that flyer that isn't information that we gave them.
Okay.
You know, if I was gonna like copy and paste the whole thing, then that might be an issue, but I'm just taking that information out of there and putting it into another template.
Content.
Okay.
I will need the photo files though.
And we are also working with a local photographer that takes pictures of Spring Hope, and we're going to incorporate some of his works. He doesn't, we don't feel like he's going to charge us, but we would like to give credit for his photography. Yeah.
If I may speak, I can send you the file, the original, actual design file.
Yeah? That'd be great.
Do you know what software it's on? you know what software it's done in?
I don't. I would think Canva.
Probably an Adobe.
Adobe.
Yeah.
But the,
Premiere.
when you look at the files, if you'll, I'm curious, let me know what the dot is, dot AI, dot, something like that, 'cause
What do they call Photoshop now?
it's
Well, they got.
dot PSD would be, so Photoshop, this is Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator.
You got Illustrator.
I have the,
Photoshop Elements. I have Elements, but
I've got the whole shebang.
I'll just email it to the board.
Please and thank you.
And we, at our work session, we had discussed that we would probably need another work session. So is that something we want to discuss now, coming up with another date?
Put on my calendar now. I would say between now and our next meeting, so the 7th, was Wednesday good for you guys? Yeah,
Wednesday was fine for me.
it works for me too. Do you wanna do it at your place again, or do we wanna switch? it
We,
up?
it's up to you. Our last work session, we did hold at Marzalo's, did I pronounce that correctly? And that's where we'll have our next work session as well, which will be, what did we come up with just now? Wednesday,
May 7th.
Okay.
Did we like 6:30?
May 7th. What's convenient for you?
So 6:30 is fine.
6:30. Okay. And any public comments? Our public left.
I do want to ask him something.
Kyle. Okay.
Just wait a minute. Get back
Oh,
I got a question.
yes.
With the business after dark, if I could go back a little bit, how was the destination like come about, and how many businesses knew about it? Because I never heard of it.
Businesses haven't. it
We
was the
haven't invited everybody yet.
It was the chamber board that decided that. And on the chamber board is Jan, I don't know her last name. She's the manager of the
Duke.
country club.
Puckett.
What is it?
I think it's,
Used to be Puckett Duke.
something like that.
What time was that work
Well-
session? 6?
The work session will be Wednesday, May 7th at 6:30.
And
I'll be in New Jersey.
Have they done any of these
she just
before?
offered it. And
Is this their first one? I mean, the chambers?
yes, because
Okay. That might be why you don't know
nobody
about it.
has done this before.
That might be why you don't know.
So it
about
wasn't put out to businesses?
Doesn't seem like it, cause I
Well,
haven't,
It
this
can
is
go
my
out
first
to
hearing of it too.
businesses
Okay.
when we have this meeting, certainly, you know, who would like to host the next. Kyle, when you talked to the man today about the concert series, did he come up with dates?
No,
That he-
absolutely, no, that was just a preliminary, like, come and plant the seed, just mention the idea to you all. Not trying to, he wasn't trying to like create anything at this point. He just was really passionate about mentioning the idea to you all, that's all. He was gonna speak in the public comment section, but after me and you spoke, I just told him not to worry about coming tonight. I appreciate you calling me, man, thank you. But
Okay.
if y'all, if the board, you know, wants someone to come speak on that later, or wants a promoter, just let me know, and we can bring someone just to talk about it.
And what the mayor is talking about is a concert series. I'm not sure where it would be held. I'm assuming like this common area by the depot,
2025 or 2026?
2026.
Yeah, I would assume right there, yeah.
But when do we expect, and I know that buildings don't always go like they're supposed to, but when would we expect the depot to be completed with its renovations?
So the grants, the two sources of grant funding have to be closed out by June next week for a general contractor. So we'll see after next week where things go.
what the timeline they expect to,
I would expect at least 10 months.
so a year. Okay. I don't have a garden club update. Did you get anything
Oh.
from Ro?
Well, she said that Peggy and Carolyn had been working over at Spalding today in the gardens, and then mainly we just talked about the prizes for Rock Your Block.
And then, I guess we're right at public comments, if there's any public comments. Where are we? We're almost 7:00. Moving on to other business, the next meeting for this downtown development more is May 19th at 6:00. Does anybody have anything else?
We're gonna take ship manager.
Motion to adjourn?
We have a motion to adjourn
Second.
and a second. All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say no. We are adjourned. Thank you.